Morara Kebaso, Kasmuel Makore, and Kenuthia Mambombaya, all these people, they had a meeting. And in the meeting, the discussion was, how do they bring the youth together for 2027 election? My question is, not even my question. I once told you guys that of all the people, all the young politicians that are emerging, if there is one politician you people you should never trust, and if you want to kill the culture of conmanship and politicians that are just looking at benefiting themselves in this country, is none other than don't follow anybody by the name Morara Kebaso. I will tell you that one for a fact. I've seen this guy and I've studied this guy. Trust you me, this guy is not different from this politician that we are trying to do away with. This guy is not different from this politician that we are trying to do away with. And if you guys are not going to listen to me, trust you me, we are going to breed another set of young leaders who will not be different from the likes of Akina Ruto, Akina Raila, who will just rip this country. Watakula hii country, and they will create generational wealth for their country, for their families, just the same way like those old politicians have done. Because something tells me, and something is coming out very clearly from this young man, that this young man is someone who he has his eyes on wealth. Yani ni kama akona plan ya, he wants this thing simply because he feels like he needs to enrich himself. And there's something in it. This guy is a cunning guy. I don't think this is a person you should trust anywhere with power. Anyway, guys, if you're coming here for the first time and you are listening to me for the first time, kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Yes, guys, so thank you so much for the people who have subscribed, and for the return subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So this is what now back to my video. As I was saying, these three guys, these four guys, this set of group of these young people who have now put onto themselves that now they are the leaders of the young people. Nani aliwaambia they are the leaders of the young people? Who gave them that mandate? Where was it? And why am I seeing Morara Kebaso and Kasmuel Makore? What are they doing together? I thought Kasmuel Makore ako ODM. What is he doing with the party leader of Inject Party? What is he doing there? That is the question that we people need to ask themselves. That why are these people coming together? And I'll tell you why these people are coming together in a short while. Anyway, watch this video, and then kama kawaida, I will come back and do my analysis. So watch this video and then I'll be back.
We have come together to have a conversation with each other, to deliberate and to think together. First, let me make it clear from the very beginning that we come from very different political parties. The party leader of Inject, we've come together to discuss, to have a movement of youthful voices and youthful leaders who can be an alternative to the corrupt government and the crooked opposition.
Amongst the youthful voices in leadership in our country. And we've gathered here because now more than ever, we have a historic and monumental duty towards each other and to the nation to ensure that we get our leadership right. Part of the things we want to talk about, and going forward, we have to just give you a sneak peek. We have to get this issue of corruption in our country right. We have to ensure, and part of the things we will be pressing for in the coming days, and we urge all voices who are interested in these things to come and join us. Victims of police brutality, we shall not take lightly, and we will follow
that. And this is a call to the members of our generation, that the youth of Kenya are under siege. We need to come together and say no to a corrupt government, and a government that is out to eat us and finish us. We are an endangered species.
Constituencies, we want them. 1,450 wards, we want them. The Senate, we want the seats. And by the way, we are also going for the presidency. So if any other person had a question, the reason we are here is simple. We want the...
Wait, ni kama mjeko mkisoma comments kama mnaangalia. Nasema mtauza leo. Hao watu wa sacrifice.
Yes, guys, so you have watched that video, you watched that press conference, and you can hear after that press conference there was many people came out to attack, especially Kenuthia mambo mbaya. I don't know, Kenuthia mambo mbaya or something. That what was he doing there? What was he doing with Morara? The reality is Morara has lost favor in the eyes of Kenyans, young people. These people used to love him. But I keep telling people one thing, that you people can love you, but that love can change na either one statement or one move, and people can change against you completely. So there's something that Morara did that Kenyans, even later, because this is a guy that Kenyans loved. Even when he was doing those vampire diaries, people contributed until he had to akanua gari ya kwenda kufanya vampire diary. People were loving how he was exposing failed government projects and everything. People were loving all that. But where did Morara go wrong? Morara started in getting deep into politics. He started telling people that let's form a party, let's do this, let's do this. That is where Kenyans realized that this guy is not doing all this with good heart, with good intention. They just saw a politician in him. They saw someone who has seen an opportunity and is taking advantage of the opportunity. And he started saying that he's the leader of the young people, going around with young people, singing for him, praising him, moving around with young people. That is where Kenyans realize that this guy is just a politician like any other. And when he said that he's going to call a rally of young people in Uhuru Park, which never happened, people never showed up. I don't know whether it never showed up or they never got permission to be there. I don't know what really happened, but that thing never went through. That is when Kenyans and some people like us realize that this guy is just wants to be a politician. This guy is just taking advantage of all this to make sure that amesimama kiti na amechaguliwa. And to top it up, to make sure that everything to close the case completely. You remember when Gachagua went to meet with Akina Martha Karua and Nina, and he was seen with a photo with Gachagua in the same meeting, listening to Gachagua, and they even went ahead and took photos. That was now the breaking point. That is when Kenyans realized that this guy, huyu ni njai na msumbua, huyu ni opportunity anamtumia, huyu anataka place whereby anaweza eko akule. And that's why later you have seen Morara coming out to condemn Gachagua, to say how much Gachagua is corrupt and all these other things, and calling out Martha Karua and everything. I want to ask Morara one thing. When he was sitting down with Gachagua and everything, did he not hakufanya due diligence to search Gachagua ni mtu aina gani and the kind of deals he has been through? Because when you go and sit down with a politician before and you start listening to him and you happen like you want to work with him, you must have done some background check on that person, what he has done and did he not do those things before you went down and sat with him, so that later they akuja to ambia, oh, this guy is like this guy is like this guy has eaten this nina. The only reason why Morara came out and started attacking this opposition party is because Morara has realized he has no place in that coalition. He has no position. He is nowhere to be seen. He cannot be placed anywhere. Those people are not focusing on him. Those people are not paying him attention. And Morara cannot take that. Morara wants to be recognized. He wants to be a significant player in that coalition. And once he realized that those people are not paying attention to him, they don't care about him, people are just focusing on their own things and in their own interest, Morara realized that my interest cannot be taken care of here. That's why he left. And that's why he's attacking these people. Because by making noise and attacking these people, he will become relevant in some way. That's why Morara is doing. Morara is not there to serve the interest of the youth. No. Morara is there because he has no position in that coalition, and they showed him like hapa hakuna position yako, so you either follow what is following amukai tu nje, and he decided to stay out. That is the same thing that is happening to Kasmuel Makore. When Makore went to ODM and shook Raila's hand and felt like now he has reached heaven. And why are people so obsessed with shaking Raila's hand? What is so unique that you end up following nini nini. So when he went there and shook Raila's hand and he was given ODM nini, he felt like now kama Raila amesema then kila kitu is okay, his political career will shoot, everything about him will go up. He started attacking these young people who are demonstrating, telling them oh nini nini. He started heaping praises for Raila, but he has realized that ODM has deep cartels, that even if he wants a position in ODM, he cannot get it easily. He has to make sure that he has fought for the party for a long time. Unaona? Even this guy called Fikini nini na nini, this guy has been fighting for ODM for a very long time for him to even be nominated in that position of a PS. So Kasmuel has realized that his stay in ODM is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, and he's not going to get any position in ODM. So Kasmuel is trying to look for a way where he can survive, where his voice can be heard, because he has realized that in ODM, as much as it's got a democracy ndani yake, that thing is not democratic in any shape or form, and people there act like goons when they are looking for positions. There are people who are gatekeepers in some positions huko. So Kasmuel has realized that he cannot match this energy in ODM, so he's trying to look for an exit plan. And an exit plan ndio hii. He wants now to be seen as the voice of the young people. He wants to be seen as someone now who is like speaking for the young people. And that's why you see recently in an interview he attacked the president, which he shouldn't be doing that, based on the fact that ODM and UDA are in a form of an agreement. So Kasmuel is also looking for an exit plan, but he doesn't know ajui atoke wapi. And these are two people that are hated. You know, Kinuthia is someone who is loved so much by the people because he's someone who speaks the truth. But Kinuthia is trying to mix himself with these people, and that is where he's now messing up. Kinuthia anafaa tu abaki vile yako, because I told you I told you guys here in 2027. In 2027, and I want you to listen to me, the person who will challenge Ruto, someone is going to emerge from nowhere, someone who is not that popular, someone who has not been in this politics for a long time. He has never been in this politics, and that person is the person that is going to bring Ruto down. Trust you me, these politicians like Akina Gachagua Nini will not bring Ruto down. There is someone that God is going to anoint up along the way. So you as a politician, you as a young politician, someone who is trained in politics, do not mix yourself with this old politician. Do not come out to announce your interest mapema, because the moment you do it, you are done. Even this thing that Matiang'i did, of saying that he wants to be the president in 2025, you are announcing you want to be the president of an election in will happen in 2027. My God, umejimaliza. These people will finish you before that 2027 politically. They will finish you politically before 2027. It is very very early to announce your presidential interest. If I was running for a president, if I was the one who is interested in being a president, I will never speak of it. I would let people speak of it. Mimi niendelee tu na mambo yangu. I will not announce, because the moment you announce, you declare war by everyone, even the executive. If right now I come out and I say that I'll run for a president, the executive eyes will be on me immediately. They will start to analyze, who is this guy? Who is African data? What is he doing? What is his personal life? Where does he go to church? Where does he go to do this? Where does he meet people? Where does he nini? Where has he gotten his money? Where does he go? Yani wataangalia vitu mingi, and they will look for places where they can now pin you down. So if you want to be the president, you don't announce it early. You leave, you unanyamaza until when you are very close to it. When you are like 4 months to election, when you are like 5 months to election, when you are like 6 months to election, that is when you announce. When now everyone is looking of how is going to win the election. Everyone is busy trying to organize how they are going to run around campaign, how campaign funds is nini. What you should be doing right now is to make sure before that time is to make sure you do some very serious ground mobilization. That you have people on the ground that will defend you. That we have people on the ground that are speaking good of you. That you have people talking of you build some very strong network on the ground. You connect with people, you connect with the Dini. People see the good side of you always, but in a way that you are not seen like you are campaigning, that you are in a way that you are not seen like you are outside. That is what Morara ought to have done. Morara ought to have given us that vampire diary. Angeendelea tu nayo without biasness, without looking at anything, without nini, angeendelea. And once angeona that vampire diary imechokesha wa Kenya, angezichukua tu, combine all those videos as iweke into one film, one long film, hata ya 2-3-4 hours, unaona, and then aichukue and then aiweke YouTube, and then he goes on to something else, he picks something else, he started atena endelee nayo nini hivyo tu, and then pole what could he have done after that? And sasa like he goes to the ground, he listens to people, he tells people about governance, he tells people about leadership nina. He doesn't say people that I want to be the president ama mimi angeongea kuhusu yeye. Angeongea tu kuhusu issue na governance, issue na nini, how you should know a good leader from a leader who is not good, who is not a good leader, how you should know that this leader is just coming to take advantage of you. Those are the kind of education angefanyia wa Kenya. And right now that people have given him a listening here through his vampire diaries and nini, he could hata angehitaji kwenda kwa ground, he could have just sat down and did some videos and make sure that these videos get viral on TikTok, get viral on YouTube and all these other platforms, and people share the videos so that even that person who is in Turkana, who can access a phone, can listen to what Morara is saying and saying, enyewe, these are the kind of leaders we should now look out for. And then you put yourself in a position whereby when now Kenyans have no option of anybody else who they feel that can be president, they now come to you. Wanatuambia wewe ndo unatuambiaga hizi vitu, wewe ndo unatuambia nini na nini. You can be the solution to a problem. We would like you to go for that seat. It would have, wacha ikuje from Kenyans, wacha ikuje from Kenyans themselves. We feel like now they have looked, after looking at all the leaders that are presenting themselves for the president, there is no any other better candidate than this person who has not announced that he wants to be the president. So once people talk about you and push you and push you and push you, unaelewa, and push you when it's almost very close to it, then you say, okay, I've heard you guys and I'm here. But remember that time you ungekuwa una mobilize on the ground, getting some people who you know that can work with you, who can sponsor your campaign and nini, people, Kenyans can fund you. If you can even open up a fund whereby Kenyans just fund you directly. So unaambia Kenyans, it's okay, I've listened to your cry, I've listened to what you have said, I've listened to what you're nini. Okay, I'm going to give it a shot. But remember you guys, I don't have funds to run for this position. Sina pesa ya kurani campaign. As you all know, I'm just a Kenyan like you guys, so I have no funds to run this thing. So unless you guys are going to fund me, then I'm willing to go on the ballot and take it up. Like, go to them. They have the one who have pushed you. Go to them. And trust you me, the way Kenyans will rally behind you, the way Kenyans will start contributing behind you, it will make even other politicians, like Akina Gachagua, Akina Nani, they will feel like, this is the person to beat Ruto. We cannot beat Ruto, but this is the person who can beat Ruto. Because this is a person now who cuts across all tribes. This is a person who Kenyans love. This is a person who need. And by the time we tunafika hapo, Kenya, the government will have nothing on you because time will be too limited. And even what they will find about you, it will be so hard for them to counter. Because Kenyans will have already watakuwa wamekuweka kwa roho yao. So getting you out of Kenyans heart, it will be very difficult because it will be very hard because election ndio itakuwa imefika. People are campaigning, members of parliament are outside there looking for seats for themselves and everything. Hatakuwa more focused on what the president, on defending the president and making sure that he retains his seat. Kila mtu will be in his constituency and in his county fighting for either governorship and all these things. So sometimes you have to be very, very smart about it. Because Kenyans are looking for someone who will save them in 2027. And once you behave the way Morara has been behaving, Kasmuel has behaving, it's a done deal. And you know Kasmuel never wanted to join politics. This is just someone who wanted to speak his mind and everything. Now he has been pushed into politics, he doesn't know how to play politics. Morara is a politician. This guy has been in politics. He's a politician, he knows how to play politics. But is this a solution for Kenyans? He is not. So you guys tell me in the comment section, what do you think about all this merger of these young people? For me, hakuna kitu hapa. Ni watu wako njaa, ni watu wameona wako nje wanataka kutoa nini. But for Kinuthia mambo mbaya hapo umechoma. Toka hapo kabisa. So guys, thank you so much. You can support me. There's a contribution. I've put my number here. You can send something. if you feel like hii video imekuguza and if you want to support this platform. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida I'll be back baadaye.